Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Can you believe it? We have reached the end of the expansion. Where this is the very last swan song battle of the Greeks and Eastern kingdoms, and this is it. And then we move on. So I believe you've got a great story to wrap it all up into a big bow for us. Is that correct?
That's right. Tonight we will put a pin in the Greek and Macedonian empires as finally they give way to the Roman Empire, and this will all take place at the Battle of Pydna in 168 BC. So we got a few new players here on the board. Macedonia is now led by King Perseus. King Perseus is the son of Philip V, but he is actually the bastard son of Philip V, but he took power through a little bit of skullduggery. He had the legitimate heir blackballed because he was raised as a Roman hostage. So he stoked fears that he might be a Roman sympathizer, and he actually had his half brother executed and ascended to the throne himself once his father died. And once he became king, he began a campaign of thumbing his nose at Rome and general harassment, which eventually led to all-out insurrection. And after a few key victories, he began to attract more Macedonian and Greek city-states to his banner and became quite the problem for Rome. Their response was a little disorganized, a little haphazard, and they even met a few defeats. So that's when Rome decided they were going to send somebody over to Macedon to clean this up. And they sent over Lucas Amalius Paulus. And if that name is familiar, he is the son of Lucius Aemilius Paulus, who was a consul, who was one of the generals in the Battle of Cana, which was our seventh episode, where Rome met a blistering defeat at the hands of Carthage and Hannibal.
Worst defeat ever.
Indeed. And if we remember from subsequent battles there, one of the sons of one of those generals went on to great acclaim and wound up beating Hannibal at his own game. So this is another son of one of those losing generals who was being sent over to Macedon to rally the troops and bring some fresh units to the field. So Aemilius gets to Macedon, rallies the troops, incorporates them into his own forces, starts to drill them, get them into fighting shape, and tries to hunt down Perseus. Now, Perseus is in command of a vast army, and he's using the tried and true strategy developed by Alexander the Great with the whole phalanx. He's got his unit is a mile wide with these giant 14-foot pikes. I mean, it's massive. It's unstoppable. It's a steamroller. And this really proved to be a little bit of a headache for Aemilius. So Aemilius and his forces confront Perseus at the foot of Mount Olympus. And Aemilius has some good ground, but the Macedonians are on a flat open plain where that wall of pikes is just unbeatable. So Aemilius sends one of his consuls, Scipio, with a force of 5,000 legionnaires and about 3,500 allied infantry to go around Mount Olympus through a mountain pass to try and catch the Macedonians in the rear. Unfortunately for the Romans, one of the Cretan auxiliaries in that force defect and run over to the Macedonian side and tell them that the Romans are coming. So Perseus sends a force of 2,000 Macedonians and 10,000 Thracian mercenaries around the other side of the mountain to ambush the ambushers. Now, at this point, the Romans are eager to prove themselves. They've been humiliated by Perseus at this point. So when they're confronted in this narrow pass by this vast Macedonian Thracian army, they grit their teeth and they battle through. And so a force about half the size of the Macedonian force wins the day and beats them back. That defense force returns to Perseus, lets them know that, hey, these guys are coming and they're tough. And they quit the field. They retreat back to the town of Pydna. Emilius picks up camp and follows them. At this point, the Macedonians are on even better ground. They are on a nice, vast, open plain, while the Romans are up in the foothills above them. And at this point, Emilius is, probably because of what happened with his father, he's quite the cautious general. And already, his troops are just chopping at the bit to get into the fight, but he's always counseling patience, almost to the point where his troops mutiny and just run into battle regardless. But he maintains control of his units, instilling some of that Roman discipline that they're so famous for. So he commands his troops to build camps, and the Macedonians do the same. And that's when an ill omen occurs that perhaps starts to tip the balance in the favor of the Romans. That night, the full moon turns a bright, bloody red, and the Macedonians think it's an ill omen. They think that they have lost Zeus's favor, and they are completely demoralized. The Romans, equally superstitious lot to be sure, they're not fazed by this supernatural occurrence. And you're asking yourself, why is that?
Why is that?
Well, I'll tell you. It turns out that one of Emilius's tribunes in his army, Gallus, was an amateur astronomer. And he let Emilius know the day before that, hey, there's going to be an eclipse tomorrow night. We should tell the men. So they gather the Roman army together, tell them that, hey, this is going to happen. This isn't a supernatural thing. It is a natural, predictable occurrence. So when it happens, don't freak out. We'll have some sacrifices. We'll pledge to hold some tournaments in Heracles' honor, but it's nothing to freak out about. So the Romans don't freak out when this eclipse occurs, while the Macedonians think it's the end of the world. So the next day, the Romans send a mule train down. There's a river or stream separating the two forces. So the Romans are up in the foothills. There's a stream at the base of the hill, and then there's the broad plain where the Macedonian army is gathered. The Romans are heavily armored. It's hot. They're tired. So they send a mule train down to get water. And as this mule train is going down the hills, one of the mules breaks free and runs ahead. When they get to the river, the Macedonian forces are also there getting water. Now, we've seen this before. When these armies gather, a lot of times they're sharing water resources, and it's okay because it's sort of like an unspoken rule. Hey, we're just here getting water. But
how'd it go this time?
It did not go well, because when they get there, the Romans discover that the Macedonians are trying to steal their mule. And at this point, they're frustrated, they're angry, they've been humiliated for months now at the hands of the Macedonians. So the Roman forces attack, and a brawl breaks out over this mule. Both sides send runners back to their forces to let them know what's going on. Perseus sees this as an opportunity, and he begins to gather his entire army and march them towards the river. And again, we're talking this mile-wide wall of pikes just slowly moving across the field and gearing anything in its path. The Romans gather and start slowly marching down the foothill, but they immediately see the Romans at the river just get crushed by this wall of pikes. Now, during that skirmish, one of the Roman auxiliary actually threw their standard bearer into the midst of the Macedonian phalanx, and seeing that their banner being disrespected and captured by the enemy, drove the Romans into a bit of a frenzy, and it caused them to redouble their efforts, delaying that steamroller just a bit. But ultimately, they were crushed. At this point, cautious Emilius decides, I don't want to meet those guys down there. They're just going to just roll right over us. And they begin an orderly withdrawal back up into the hills. And the Macedonians continue to pursue. At this point, from his vantage point, Emilius has the high ground, and he can kind of see what's going on. So he rides out to his right flank and commands his elite Numidian cavalry. Now, you might have remember those again from our previous battles. The Numidians originally were allied with Hannibal, but then they joined the winning side and joined the Romans in the end. So they've got an elite Numidian cavalry as well as 35 war elephants. And Emilius sends those elephants and cavalry up his right flank, where they're met by some of the survivors of their earlier brawl and some light Macedonian infantry. Now, typically, as we've seen in our own battles, those light infantry generally do pretty well against elephants. But the Macedonians are, already demoralized because they believe they've lost Zeus's favor. The Romans have something to prove, so they're ready to fight. And this combined elephant and cavalry force wipes out that entire Macedonian left flank, cross the river, and gather around behind the Macedonian line. Meanwhile, those Macedonians have advanced up into broken ground, where the Romans have retreated to. But as the Macedonian phalanx gets into this uneven broken ground, that vast wall of pikes begins to break up, and they can no longer maintain unit cohesion. And that's the point when he immediately starts riding up and down his lines, telling his forces to charge. But the Romans, almost instinctually know that this was their moment, and they charge right into those gaps in between where those lines are broken up. And in the meantime, the right Roman flank sweeps down and hits the left Macedonian flank of the phalanx. So driving a wedge into that huge phalanx, the heavily armored and short sword armed Romans make quick work of the Macedonians with these giant pikes. Then, to add insult to injury, the Roman cavalry hits them from behind, crushing that giant wall of pikemen. Perseus, over on his right flank, sees all this falling apart. So his elite bodyguard sell their lives to allow him to escape as the Romans utterly devastate the last vestige of Macedonian forces. Over 20,000 Macedonians were killed in this battle, and this is the last hurrah. This is the end of the great empire founded by Alexander over 200 years ago. And as a result of this, Macedon and Greece are broken up into Roman republics. Emilius is rewarded. After this battle, he and his forces sack the Epirus region, that western coastline of Macedon and Greece that we talked about earlier with Pyrrhus. So he comes back to Rome with prisoners and treasures. The eventual fate of Perseus is a little unknown. He might have been executed on the spot. He might have been brought back to Rome as a prisoner and then tossed in a cell and forgotten about. Or he might have just lived out his days as a Roman prisoner. No one's quite sure because at this point, they're history. And Rome has won the day. So that sets the stage for tonight's battle, as the Romans will attempt to defeat the Macedonians once and for all.
I have another theory that maybe Perseus flew away on his Pegasus with his clockwork owl. That's what I'm thinking, right? That's
Well, if he had a Kraken, maybe he could have won. But,
yes.
but there was no Kraken.
Even with Laurence Olivier as Zeus looking on, the Macedonians were
but they believed they lost Sir Lawrence's favor when they saw that eclipse.
Evil auguries, of course, will always be the downfall of any empire. Well, that was amazing. That was an excellent capper to this wonderful expansion that we've played through, and I'm going to find it very difficult to keep up with that quality next week when we start.
Oh, please.
Our next one. Well, every story is going to be about the same. Hey, the Romans sally forth north and they beat the hell out of some furry men. That's going to be the story.
Until they don't.
Until they don't. That's true. Well, thank you for that. I'm going to open our War Council now tonight. I think, yes, I do remember looking at this one before. It is quite straightforward, considering the amount of action that you just demonstrated in that story. On paper, it's it's pretty direct. I'm going to start as Perseus for the first game. I will get to go first, and I will get 5 command cards, and you will be Aemilius Paulus with 6 command cards. And it is an 8-banner game tonight. As we've proven time and again, we never know if it's going to be a 20-minute game or an hour game. Because 8 banners can it mystifies me every time. Our special rules tonight are we have seen before. This one once again demonstrates the Roman flexibility of the legionnaires that in their ability to be fluid and flexible against the pikemen of the Macedonians. So anytime a heavy Macedonian unit, a heavy infantry unit, will battle back, if it is not supported, then it may only use 3 dice instead of 5 dice. So that is something I will definitely be keeping my eye on in the first game, and then I'm sure you will as well in the second game. But other than that, that is our only special rule. We do have Broken Ground tonight as our only terrain feature. I'm just pulling that up here. Well, we do have camps as well. So Broken Ground, that one is more of a detriment to the mounted units. So infantry units can enter it with no problem, no impediment, and they can battle on the same turn that they enter into it. However, mounted units, because of the uneven terrain for the poor horsies, they have to stop and they cannot move again that turn, and they may not battle that turn. And the foot units, when they battle, whether you're battling into or out of Broken Ground, it is a maximum of 2 dice, but of course that can be modified by card play. So we will see if that becomes defensible terrain with some of these light units holding off against those big, heavy slobber knockers coming at them. We also have fortified camps down there on the Roman side, and we know that for foot units, they can ignore a sword and a flag unit when attacked. However, mounted units do not get any protection because of all the tents, and all units roll 1 less dice when they're battling out of a camp hex. So probably not wise to put your light units in there because they will be reduced to a single solitary die when shooting out or fighting out of it or shooting out of it. And it does block line of sight. And I did not mention, but Broken Ground does not block line of sight. It's small rocks, not big boulders. Those are our only terrain features tonight that we have to worry about. So good luck to you, sir. I think this is going to be great. Good capper.
All right. Good luck to you, and you'll go first. So go ahead and draw up your cards, and
On
let's
my
get started.
cards, here we go. So, interesting opening hand. All right, what shall we do with this? 4 units in the center to start. I think we'll start with those 4. So,
It's an eclectic selection.
it is a little bit of everything, a smattering, if you will. The light bow will just be firing, so they won't move. The lights here, I think, will move out to here. And this heavy will move here, and Hippias will move forward to there. And we'll go ahead and throw and fire. So this light unit over here will throw a single javelin at your light. And they score nothing. And then the light bows up here will shoot at your light. And they get 2 dice. And they get a hit. Oh, and let me turn on. I see that we don't have our numbers showing, so there we go.
Hey, numbers!
Hey, numbers! All right, so that is the extent of my turn.
Activate 2 units on the left, being those 2. Auxilia will throw their javelins at your light infantry. 1 die.
Take a hit.
That's my turn.
All right. Do outflanked.
mounted forces, and of course your heavy pikemen there.
So we're going to move them forward. They
Uh,
will not be able to battle because they moved 2. The lights in the rocks will just throw, and this one will move forward to there. Okay, so the only one that gets anything is this guy. He will take 2 javelins at your light and get nothing for it. Alright.
okay. So you're in broken ground. So
Right.
attacking into it, am I capped at 2, or is
You
it just
are
when you?
capped at 2, so it is defensible terrain.
Go leadership any section. Leaders hex and 3 adjacent hexes. The young Scipio here. Right. Start there on the far flank with the auxilia attacking the infantry with a move.
We will evade.
Roll. All right. Good evade.
We'll evade there as well.
Heavy cab going against light bowman. This will be 4 dice with your support, but that won't matter since you're evading. Ooh,
that's a good hit.
Good hit. Light infantry, 2 dice in at your auxilia. They'll get leader support for that.
Okay.
Nothing going there.
2 dice back. 2 hits.
Scipio's auxilia attacking the same unit. 2 dice. A leader hit and a retreat.
Okay. Hit and a retreat. You, of course, may pursue if you wish.
Do I wish to pursue? That is tempting. I feel like I'm walking into a trap.
No.
The best way to
Sauce
be
for
a
the
trap
goose.
is to spring it.
That's right.
So yeah, we'll pursue and we'll go after that auxilia again with 2 dice.
Yeah, that was worthwhile. See?
Alright, now I'm done.
Like a poor marksman, you keep missing the target. That was good.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Yep. And here comes, you're going to play your mounted charge card now, aren't you? Okay, leadership any section. That's close enough.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do Perseus.
Which way is your line of adjacent hexes going to go? All right, out to the right.
Yeah. I think we need to do that. That. Okay.
Curious.
Yes. Very curious. Indeed curious. Alright. We'll start with this against your heavy cav.
Mm-hmm.
So we will get 3 dice plus leader bonus. Oh, 1 hit.
Retaliating with 4 with leader bonus.
2 hits. Alright, and Perseus will attempt to finish the job. So he'll get 3 dice plus leader bonus. And we get a hit.
I'll ignore the retreat. Retaliate with 4 dice. 2 hits and 2 retreats.
Right. 2 hits. Give me a leader check.
Alright, here we go.
That's right. And
Perseus lives, so you can ignore 1 flag and only fall back 3.
I shall. Okay. Well, not quite as good as I'd hoped, but alright.
Yeah, luckily that heavy cav held on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel that I should probably press the attack on that flank. So I will clone your leadership any section on my left flank. So that will be those 4 units. These fine infantrymen will fall back. The infantry will move up. Okay, we'll start here. Heavy cav going against medium cav.
Alright, we shall evade. We'll attempt to evade.
4 dice.
Good evade.
Alright. Over there, attacking that auxiliary. So you are on broken ground, so I'm reduced to 2 dice.
Plus leader bonus.
Plus leader bonus. A hit.
Come back at you with 2. Nothing.
There, we'll go after that auxilia again. Capped at 2 dice because I'm in broken ground, battling out.
Okay, we'll evade there. Nope. Good.
Good evade. Oh, you can't evade your auxilia.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yes. So, never mind on that evade. He is dead, dead, dead. Alright. Good job. Would you like to move ahead?
No.
Get straight? Go forward?
No.
Try to detect it? It's not too late.
Uh,
You can whip it.
That's okay. I'm good.
Alright.
I've whipped it good already. All right, the cards are telling me something, so I should listen.
Perseus believes that it's time to charge.
Interesting.
Once again into the breach. So, these guys will go there.
Yeah. Rats. You're not going to let me get them out of there, are you?
Alright. So, we will start with that. There we go. 3 dice plus leader. Got him.
Really hoped I was going to get one more turn to get them out of harm's way so I could use them one last time.
We will advance and battle again against these guys over here.
Okay.
So 3 dice plus leader on them. 2 hits.
3 dice coming back. Ooh.
Got him.
Hit and 2 retreats.
Yeah, he dead. Alright.
What you gonna do, Perseus?
Perseus will not attack. Okay. There you go.
I'm gonna play
What are you going to play?
that card and order some light troops into the fight. So that's 6. So okay. We'll start over here on my left flank. We'll command our auxilia go after Perseus.
Okay, he will evade.
All right. 3 dice.
Ah.
Okay, and here is a leader check. Perseus lives.
Does live. He's going to fall back to there.
Scipio and his auxilia will attack your auxilia in broken ground, capped at 2 dice.
I must retreat.
Retreat. Well, do I have to advance
No.
to battle again with a leader?
Oh, yes, to battle a second time, you must advance into that hex. Yes.
I think I will do so. Now I will shift my focus to your bowmen.
Okay. And I think they will He will evade.
Okay, 2 dice. Green circles only. Yeah, that was a good evade. Okay. Over here on my right flank, we'll go after that light infantry with 2 dice. Nowhere for you to evade 2, so 2 dice with leader bonus. 1 hit. I will ignore that. They will follow up with another attack on the same unit. Same die roll. And the leader hit. All right. I'm done. Worked out. Ooh. 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 That's bold. Ooh. Darn you. All right. Coming back at you with 2 dice. Wait, no, you're cavalry. I get to ignore one of your red squares. You want to take that move back?
Oh, that whole time I was on mute. Good thing you didn't hear my litany of curses. No. That's fine.
So 2 dice coming back at you. A sword means I get to roll a die again.
2
with the
hits.
green circle.
All right. So we will do pepper. So 2 dice here.
Okay.
Nothing.
2 dice coming back. A leader hit.
2 dice here. Nothing.
2 dice back. Another leader hit.
Really need to get the leader into play, don't I? 2 dice here. 1 hit.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So 1 out of 6. That sounds about right.
And a retreat.
Which
I guess technically you are supported. You got guys on
I
2
am
sides.
supported, so I'll ignore it. All right. That is everything.
Activate 3 units in the center. And those units are Scipio, the Uber Lights, and Emilius Paulus himself.
I'm so happy that you've named your legions there of Uberlights.
Well, I mean, they just did some work right there in that fight. Scipio's Auxilia will attack your Auxilia with 2 dice with leader support.
Okay.
Score 1 hit.
2 dice back. Scoring a hit themselves. Here's a leader check. Nothing.
Paulus. And the medium infantry. Roman legionnaires will attack your light infantry. Capped at 2 dice, but I get leader support here.
They will evade.
Okay. To no avail.
To no avail. And oops. Thank you. I was just doing that. And you may press if you wish. Take ground.
No. And the Uber Lights will go after your light infantry.
Do it.
2 dice with leader support. Ah, nothing.
2 dice back. Come on,
I
Ubers.
jinxed them.
Let's show them how
I
it's done.
jinxed them.
There we go.
I jinxed them. I ruined them. All right.
Do 3 in the center.
Here comes the steamroller. Maybe.
lights will just shoot. We'll shoot at this medium here. 2 dice.
Okay.
Nothing. Alright. And then these lights right here against your light. Excuse me, not against them. Against those lights. 2 dice plus leader bonus. Get a hit.
Self same coming back at you. 2 dice, leader bonus.
Nothing. Alright.
What are my light troops again? 6. All right. Over here on my left flank, Auxilia attacking Auxilia on open ground. A full 3 dice for each, but I will get leader support.
Okay, let it fly.
2 hits. Retreating the formerly Uber infantry will toss some javelins as they quit the field.
Effective.
Very well. They want to regain that Uber title, I guess.
I guess so.
And then that fresh unit will try to finish them up with some leader support. 2 dice.
Typical evade.
Okay. Good evade. Then over there, horse on horse.
Alright, we will evade that.
Okay. 2 dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Good evade there as well.
Do line command. Alright. Alright. So these lights over here will fire your Auxilia with 2 dice.
Okay.
A hit and a retreat. The light bows will attempt to finish them off with 2 dice. 2. Nope. Miss. These guys will shoot at Scipio with 2 dice. Nothing. Alright, so we come into close combat now. These guys, 2 dice plus leader bonus.
They will stand.
Alright. We'll get a hit and a retreat.
Unfortunate.
And these guys will throw 2 javelins at them. Scoring nothing. Alright, that is all.
I am going to darken the sky. All ranged weapon units may fire twice. Scipio's Auxilia, however, can get that heavy infantry. So 2 dice. Fly.
Ignore.
Okay. 2 more dice. Nothing. Okay. 2 dice. Nothing. Well, a retreat you could ignore.
We shall.
And two more dice. Boo. All right. 2 dice here.
Okay.
Nothing. And another 2 dice. Hey, there we go.
You zeroed in on that one.
Here, 2 dice. Nothing. And 2 more. Boo.
God bless
That was
those
fun.
vassal streaks.
Uh-oh. Here comes the steamroller.
Well, somewhat. All right.
Interesting.
Start over here. Target Scipio with 2 dice into those rocks. We get a hit. Here's the leader check for Scipio. Close.
Close. All right. 2 dice to battle back. A retreat.
Let's take that retreat. All right. Then the title bout here will do 2 against Paulius with leader support. Get a hit. And here's the check for Paulius.
Oh, no!
Paulius
No!
falls.
All right. Well, I still get to ignore the retreat because I am supported.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm demoralized.
Take a moment. There you go. Okay. And then Hippias will go 4 dice against the same target now with leader bonus. And get 2 hits.
4 dice coming back at you. One hit. And no leader hit for them anymore.
All right. Take a leader check for me. Okay.
Close.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's good.
I'm in command of my own. This block I'm going to play with. They will move 1 hex. They will move 1 hex. They will move 1 hex. 1 hex. 1 hex. Over here, going after your heavies in rocky terrain with leader support, 2 dice.
All right. Nicely
A
done.
hit and a retreat.
Okay. And coming back with 2 dice. Plus leader. 1 hit. 2 hits. Hey, 2 hits.
Tide is turning.
One can only hope.
All right. Going after your heavy cavalry. You can evade if you'd like.
I'll stand.
2 dice. A hit.
Give me a leader check. That's good. 2 dice back with leader. 1 hit.
That's everything. That's all I got.
do 3 in the center. 3 individuals. There. He will go through there. He will go into there. Alright. So. The heavy cavalry here against Macedonians. What would they like to do?
They will evade.
Okay, so 4 dice, green circles only. Good evade. Alright. Hippias will attack the mediums there.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be 5 dice plus leader.
Mm.
I will not advance. It's a shame, really.
It is. Is indeed. Order my mounted troops into battle. There. Okay. Try and run those guys down. 2 dice.
Let's go ahead and evade.
Okay. Over here.
Guess we have to evade that as well.
Okay.
Alright.
This is going to be 4 dice. Red squares only. Really hoping I was going to score 2 easy kills there. But nope, I whiffed. I whiffed. Door's open. Until you killed Emilius, I was getting a little cocky. Thought I had this in the bag. Now I'm not so sure. Feel that momentum shift. Worried.
The problem is, it's just trying to get in the moving parts to do what you want. Got a couple of options here, but we'll do that.
Okay.
Oops. It's also ordered. Okay, so you get there, there, there. Alright. This against the elephants first. They will get 5 dice plus leader bonus. Wow.
That is a whole lot of retreat. Okay. Well, does not receive support, so that is 3
retreats, right?
3 retreats. But I'm only rampaging once,
Correct.
right?
That's right.
Okay. Okay. I'll let you go first.
All right.
So, if you want to roll
So
for,
here is your other elephant. 2 dice. Taking a hit. Here is your mediums. Come on. Getting nothing.
Okay. Your leader supported infantry. And then the attacking infantry. Right. And so I retreat 3. Going back to there.
All right. They will stand, and then Hippias will battle against those mediums. 5 dice and leader bonus. 2 hits.
Four dice and leader bonus in retaliation. 1 hit.
Give me a leader check. He's alright.
It's fine.
Alright. That is all.
You don't want to attack with that other heavy that you moved?
Yes.
On top of the logo?
Yes, of course. Back that up. Alright. Yes. So 2 dice there. Nothing. Retreat. Force a retreat.
Yeah, the retreat.
Okay. That is all. I think we'll advance. No, we'll stay there. Alright. Now I'm done. How many of those you got?
Well, this is the Mount Charge +1. This is what I was getting the elephants into
right.
position for.
Right.
And then you went after the elephants, so that's why I'm like,
It's like I read your mind or something.
Yeah, it is like you read my mind. There we go. That's what we're doing. All right. One another chance to try and run those guys down.
More evading.
More evading. So 3 dice this time. Luck ran out.
It did. Let me continue on.
Advance. +1. Battle again.
Okay. Evade again.
3 dice. That luck did not hold. Okay. Over here. 4 dice there.
Okay. No leader at all.
1 hit.
1 hit. Give me a leader check. Okay, Hippias will return with 5 dice plus leader bonus.
Of course. All right. 6 dice. Boo. Boo.
We get one more.
Terrible.
Okay. And
Terrible.
5 dice back. With leader. I love the sound of your keyboard, by the way. I can tell when you hit Control H. It's got a stank on it.
When you edit this to play, you need to go ahead and find that Price is Right sound clip. Oh, terrible. Yep, the tide has turned. I am undone. Man.
2, 3 units on the left. Let's move him there instead. Okay.
There you go.
There we
That's
go.
what I was waiting on.
Yeah. All right. So we'll do this one first.
That's what I was waiting on.
All right. So 4 dice against your light cav. 1 hit.
2 dice back. 1 hit. And a retreat.
And a retreat. All right. Now you have an escape route. Look at you.
Now I've got an escape route.
So would you like to evade?
No.
Okay. So 2 dice. 1 hit.
2 dice back. 2 retreats.
Look at you.
Two retreats.
1, 2, 3, 4. Boo. All right. Well, we always give them excitement, don't we? Don't we, folks? All right.
Come down to it.
All right. This one there. We'll go
Yeah, this
with
is gonna be rough, though. Gonna be rough.
5 dice plus leader bonus.
Mm.
And a hit. A solitary hit. Look at that.
4 dice coming. Oop, leader bonus coming back. 2 retreats.
All right. Good save there for you. Dare I hope that you don't have a center card?
Now I've got something better.
Yes, that will do.
So, Median Prince, them, there. Okay. Legionnaires against Phalanx. 4 dice. Leader support.
And well done.
That was great. That was a great comeback, Patrick.
Well,
Worried.
I was really hoping that luck would hold out, but when your light calves managed to bob and weave up there and get out of the way, and
Yeah.
that really that hurt. See if Hippias falls. Oh, brave Hippias. Yeah, he's fine. So he would have fallen back to there. Man, that was good. That was really good. Yeah, you had me at one point. What, down 5-1, 6-1?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
5.
Paulius. Paulius was a nice
That,
coup.
that was it. That was a tipping point. I mean, you look at all those units after that. That and going after my elephants before I could get a chance to charge in there.
Yeah.
Always smart.
That
Always
is
smart.
well. It's calculated. It's a gamble. That's why I don't go to Vegas very often, because sometimes it works and sometimes they don't. But I was hoping that I would just kill him outright. But you getting the rampage and the 3 evade or that knocked him out. But the other one was still in range, which was unfortunate. But still, yeah, I was pleased. I kept it close. I kept it competitive. So. All right, well, we'll take a break and reset.
Okay.
Okay, we are back with round number 2, and I get 6 big cards this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Expand that window, and you get to go first.
Okay. Wow.
That was a heck of a game, boy. I hope this one's as exciting.
I'm still a little quiver from it. So, gotta calm down and refocus. Gonna order 3 units in my center.
Right up the gut.
Being those 3. Okay. Bowman did not move, so they will let fly with 2 dice against your light infantry.
Twang.
And scoring a retreat that you could ignore with your support.
We shall.
Auxilia will chuck a few javelins, also getting an ignorable retreat. Man. All right.
Activate my light units.
Oof.
Up to 6.
That's quite a few.
That would be the 6.
Yeah, interesting. Not activating Misogonies.
Oh, he's on a light, isn't he? Yes.
He is.
Yes. We'll do him instead. So.
Keep my mouth shut.
You should keep your mouth shut. All right.
So which one aren't you activating now?
This one here.
Okay.
So there we go. All right. So movement. We're gonna do Gonna go there, there. They will not battle this turn.
Mm.
There, there, there. Okay. Alright, so the only one battling is this one here against your light bow with 2 dice plus leader bonus. You may evade.
We'll, we'll, we'll stick it out.
Okay, here's 2 dice. And nothing.
2 dice coming back at you.
Okay.
Also nothing.
And then we have some javelin throwing up here. It's almost like an Olympic sport. We'll go throw it that one. 1 die. You can ignore that, of course. And same target. There we go. Nothing. Nothing for a hard day's work. That is all.
Inspiring my units on the right, King Perseus himself will lead the charge. Those 5, 4, leader and 4 Jason hexes. Okay.
Got ourselves quite the meeting of the minds here.
Indeed we do. First, the risky one. 2 dice against Auxilia.
Okay.
I'll retreat.
A retreat.
Wow. One thing I really didn't want.
Well, you get what you pay for.
Alright. Auxilia attacking Scipio's Auxilia with 3 dice and leader support. 2 hits.
Well struck. Can you hit my leader?
I do not.
I would say that you did not. 3 dice back with leader. 2 hits.
Perseus and his cavalry attacking with 3 dice and leader support. Do it.
Right. Did you get Jan Scipio?
I did not.
He falls back. Would you like to pursue?
Would I like to pursue? No. I think not.
Three on the left.
That's why I did not pursue. Yeah.
Go against those lights first.
Sorry, boys.
4 dice plus leader bonus. Yeah.
They are not supported, so they are hit. They are falling back with nowhere to run. They are destroyed.
Alright. Heavy cavalry will advance and battle again. What do you wish to do? Okay, so it's going to be 4 dice with triangles only. Getting 1. I believe the lights here will go after Perseus with 2 dice plus leader bonus.
Stand.
Okay.
I'll stand for that.
All right. You're good. Do they have to
You take a hit and take a retreat.
All right.
All right. Now,
Well, Scipio now. That's the last. We'll go after
Maybe we'll
that.
exercise a bit more discretion.
A little bit, a little bit. Okay, 3 dice. Triangles only. It's decent.
Hmm. Okay, so that's nothing.
That's nothing. And that is all.
Darken the sky.
All right. That old chestnut.
Didn't work out so well the last time.
But when you're throwing 16 dice, looks like.
All right, light bow. First volley.
Just off center a little bit. If you
I was really debating whether or not
really,
I could plant them at the cavalry since they had the range.
right.
Ah. Well, there's that.
We will take that hit. See if we get the leader. Okay, and we're gonna fall back.
Yeah.
Actually, let's fall back out of range.
Yeah. Fall back other way. I can still hit you.
And you got your other guys there on the left flank.
Yeah. All right. Pair of javelin. 2 more dice. They're good. 2 dice here. There's a hit. Followed up with another volley. Ooh, there you go. 2 hits.
Okay, we'll do our lights again. Alright. Chucking some javelins. Start here. 1 die. Nothing. 1 die from Scipio. Nothing. Right, this one down here to there. 1 hit. Hooray.
Putting them up.
Target there. 2 dice plus leader. Nothing.
2 dice back. Hit.
Same from here. 2 dice plus leader. Hit.
I'll ignore the retreat. 2 dice back.
And then Misogynes. 2 dice plus leader. Hit.
Two dice back. A hit. 2 dice to the prince. He's good.
Alright. That is all.
Center. Okay. Light infantry throwing a javelin from broken ground. Nothing.
Let's do mounted charge. Alright. We'll go. Oh, forgot to activate these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So they can go. And he will go there. Alright. let's start over here with the heavy against your auxilia.
Mm-hmm.
You get 5 dice now plus leader bonus.
Okay. Go.
Advance. Battle against these auxilia. 5
Okay.
dice. No leader bonus this time.
Okay. 1, 2, and a retreat.
Alright. Question is, do I want to advance and go +1? I will not. I will stand right there. And, alright, we move over to the right flank. Yeah, I think we'll start here. And this will give me 3 dice against those lights with leader bonus,
Indeed.
forcing a retreat.
Oh. Well, I can ignore 1, but I cannot ignore 2. So, boom.
Alright, and they will advance into there and battle again against those guys with 3 dice plus leader bonus.
Okay.
And 3 hits.
Oh. And you are on a roll.
Okay.
And the prince.
I think what these guys are going to do is they will advance and move 1 hex to get out of range. And then the prince will go after your light cav there. And you have an option.
And I will exercise it.
Okay. So 3 dice. Green circles only. You get 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
That's a decent charge.
That was.
All right. That is all for me.
You were on a roll. See what I can do to stop this. All right. Ooh. We'll just do this. Over here, on my right flank, go after your heavy cavalry.
We will evade, of course.
5 dice.
Great evade.
Yes, indeed. Okay, over here. Attacking your cavalry on broken ground. Limited to 2 dice. But I do have leader support.
We'll evade.
Okay. Open ground with leader support. 5 dice.
Definitely evade. Hit. You fall back.
All timely evades.
Mm-hmm. Do a coordinated attack. So we will move the elephant to there. That unit up instead, and we'll move the heavy cavalry to there. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll do this. What would you like to do? Evade. Alright, so 4 dice. Green circles only. Alright. Then over here. The big battle. Elephants versus heavy. 5 dice. Exploding swords. Here goes. So we got one. There's a follow up. Follow
Two.
up. And so just 2.
5 dice with leader support to retaliate.
Take him out.
2.
And that, I believe, is all.
Double time. One. Going after their prince.
Yep, we'll evade.
Okay. 4 dice.
Damn good.
Unhorsed. Prince survives.
2, 3. Okay.
5 dice against the elephant.
Come on, swords.
Ooh, a hit and a retreat.
Okay. So hit. All right. So here is your heavy.
Oh!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Squish, squish.
And here is your leader.
Daw. Squish. That was awesome. I don't care where you're from. That's funny right there. It squished him with its front paws and then got knocked over and fell on Macedonians.
And he retreats 1 hex.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Light infantry.
Yeah, they will evade.
5 dice. Good evade. 1 hit. And javelin for good measure. You are supported. All right. Well, I guess all things considered, I can't complain.
No? There we go. It's our 3. So we'll go there. There. And there.
I'm torn. I'm not sure who I'd go after.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. All right. We'll start.
A retreat guarantees their destruction,
Right.
but if they survive, they have a good chance of inflicting serious damage.
Right. So I'm gonna do that. All right. So it's gonna be 4 dice plus leader bonus.
Okay. Can't retreat. So,
Yep, I got him.
and I'll do it. There, 2 next.
All right. There we go. There. And back to there.
Okay.
I need that leader bonus. All right.
I thought you would go down and go after the heavies, but going after the medium cavalry is legit too.
Yeah.
Like I said, you get a flag and they're gone.
Right. So what would you like to do?
Oh, I can evade because you're heavy, aren't you?
That's right.
All right, I'll evade that.
So 4 dice, triangles only. Come on, triangles. That's
Oh.
1 triangle.
You would have killed me outright.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Okay. Scipio will throw 1 die at Perseus. So
shark.
Go. Nope. I should have gone after the heavy. All right, and then the lights will go after the heavy, and come on, give me another red square. I'll take retreat. All right, so there we go.
Actually, that works for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
2 in the center. Retreated. They are now considered to be in the center. Go after your mediums with a volley of arrows. Nothing.
Okay.
Heavies going after heavies. What does your cavalry wish to do?
We prudence demands that we evade.
5 dice.
It's good evade.
Good evade. Wouldn't have killed you, but would hurt. Okay, I'm done.
Gotta press it. Seize the day, boys. Carpe diem. Alright. Okay, let's start with this first. 4 dice plus leader bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Hit and retreat. They will
Yeah.
advance, move 1, battle again. 4 dice against the lights.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Send them fleeing for their lives.
Man. There it comes.
Well, unfortunately, can't battle a second time, so
What are you gonna do?
um, so
You're
you
right.
have the
You're
decision
right.
if you wish to evade.
Prudence tells me I should. But now I'll stick it out.
So 3 dice.
I got a handful of Drex, so
3 dice plus leader bonus. Come on, baby.
yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Roll for Perseus.
Sure. He's all right.
All right. Get him out of here.
Man.
Goodness gracious.
What a second game. 7 dice, 7 retreats. Holy moly. I haven't seen anything like that in all my years.
I have a fistful of move center unit cards.
I have, yeah, the cards are telling me go left because I have 2 more left. I have an outflanked, a center, and medium troops, which medium troops were just to kind of push the broom up the center, but that's it. Wow, wow. So, what are our final thoughts on this? I think final score on the first game was 8-6, and this one is 8-5. So, it did seem like the Macedonians took the night, right? We both played.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 16 for the Romans and 11 for the Macedonians. So, what do you think?
That was good, man. I was scrambling, just trying to find a crack. I just didn't have the cards to exploit it.
What a way to end this chapter as we finish up the Greeks and Eastern Kingdom. These 24 scenarios have been varied.
3 bonus scenarios.
Yep, 21 plus the 3. That's right. They have been quite the variety. So I've been pleased. We had a little bit of everything. We had some Indian stuff. We had Pyrrhus. We had the Macedonian hegemony. We had Greeks and Spartans. We had it all. It was great. And not to forget Alexander the Great, of course. So we hope you've enjoyed this. As we move on now, we move on to the second expansion, which is Rome versus the Barbarians. Ooh, ha, 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 ha. This is going to be great. However, what I discovered when I was looking through this that is not the whole price of admission. You come for the barbarians, but you stay for all of the various and sundry other little things, as we saw here, including a little man by the name of, perhaps you've heard of him, a slave named Spartacus. We will
No.
we will see some of his exploits at the foot of Mount Vesuvius and his
All
slave
right.
uprising. So that is, I believe, there are one or two scenarios dedicated to Spartacus and his
Alright.
slave army. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Those episodes will no doubt call for some colorful language.
I'm by Jupiter's, yes. So yeah, on the whole, I guess this is probably a good time to talk about all 24 of these as we look back, if we can remember that far. What do we think about the entire concept of the Greek armies versus what we saw in the first base game with the Romans versus the Carthaginians? Tactically, are there anything that going back now we would do differently?
Ooh. Um.
Yeah, put you on the spot.
Yeah. Um. Well, certainly there has been a trend since we've been playing that I've gotten a little bit more relaxed, and maybe I'm taking more chances than I did previously in playing the base game. I don't know if that's really a function of the game or just me as a player. Certainly tried to refocus a little bit in these last few games. Not quite sure how effective it was, but yeah, I mean, good stuff. I've certainly learned a lot. Just the history involved here. It's been a long time since I've been in school, so this is a lot of gaps here in my knowledge. So not only having a good time, I'm learning a little bit too.
That's right, and we hope everybody out there, from the feedback that we've gotten thus far from a few of the people that I've talked to directly, they seem to be very satisfied. I guess the work we're doing is satisfactory on our research,
Yeah.
and while it may seem like the Cliff Notes book that you're reading the night before the big exam, I really enjoy going to the various and sundry sources and kind of pulling together the little bits and pieces and anecdotes of the story behind the battle more than anything, the political intrigue that leads up to it. So this whole module has been awash in that because of, as we saw with hegemonic wars of Macedon when they were trying to assemble everything together from Philip to Alexander to the War of the Diadochi. These are all terms and concepts now that 3 months ago, 4 months ago when we started this, they were just vocab terms that I remember from World History 101, and now they've come back and really cemented me into the thought process. So as I become more enamored with ancients, I feel like I'm a little more learned in it, and I can actually have discussions with people about those staff, the spears, the pikes that they had. Those are really long. They're like 14 feet long, and that kind of stuff. So, uh,
I enjoy that connective tissue. You like tonight. This Roman general is the son of a general we played in the previous game. That I like how that connects history. And we look at we played these games over a series of 200 years, and that's a really long time.
we think about that, right? The scale. It's hard for me to think about the scale of we're going to take 20,000 men and we're going to march them over a water body and through a desert and over to the eastern end of the known universe for them, and not everybody's going to come back alive, and it's going to take years and years, but it can be done. And I think that's what impresses me more and more about ancient history as I learn it through this prism. So yeah, the research has been an absolute joy to do, and I look forward to Rome versus the barbarians. And that's all I got to say about that, I guess. So,
All right. Well, you'll tee us up for next week with our first battle. Looking forward to it.
all right, and as we implore you every week, go ahead and click that little subscribe button down there in the lower right that you've seen through this whole video. And we would really appreciate your support with a subscribe or just clicking the like button to show us that you enjoyed the video. And if there's something that you want to share or correct, that is what the comments section is for right down below. So please take a moment. We have our frequent flyers that watch all of these with great gusto, and they give us the information of what we've done wrong, and more importantly, we feed off of the positive energy that you give us from the encouragement. So thank you for that, Peter. It was a pleasure finishing out this tonight, and I look forward to starting next week.
All right. Well, I'll see you then, Patrick.
All right, take care, man. Have a good one.
Good night.